Hey, I brought you out ice fishing, and today we're talking about when you have a negative person in your life. So, my sweet husband, because my knee is hurt and I've had surgery, my husband hauled me out onto the ice to go ice fishing, and I'm so happy. So, I brought you out here with me. But we're talking about negative people, and I'm guessing that when I say that, you have someone specific in mind. Maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's a mother-in-law, maybe it's a friend, but it's that person that's always complaining and always seeing the bad side of a situation, like traffic or standing in line or the weather or politics. And they're kind of thinking this shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't have different people thinking different things in politics. We shouldn't have bad weather. It should be nice today. We shouldn't have traffic, and they start believing that it's the traffic that's causing the negative feelings, or the line, or the other person. But if you're a positive person, you know that it's their thoughts about those things that are creating the negative feeling. So we kind of find ourselves thinking, why not just see the best in the traffic? That we have time to sit and chat, or why not see the best in the weather? Maybe we'll have an inside day today and make pancakes. And here's the thing with negativity. When we have a negative person involved, the smeller's the feller. So what that means is that it's us, guys. It's us. If we're thinking that about someone, we're having the negative thoughts. We're the negative person in that situation. So here's what's going on. We're hearing their comments about the traffic or the line or the weather or the politics, and we're thinking negative thoughts. We're thinking they should try to find the positive. They should be trying to find the great side, the upside about the weather, or different people believing different things. And we're thinking that they should be different. And then we're believing that the negative feelings that we're feeling are because of them, right? And what's creating how we're feeling these negative feelings is how we're thinking when we're around them. Our thoughts about what they're saying and what they're doing. And so sometimes we're like, well, I just don't want to be around them. They're so negative. I feel so negative around them. They're judgy, they're rude, they're grumpy. But really, we just don't like our thoughts that we're having to deal with when we're around them. And what's happening is we're allowing our brain to focus on the negative and ignore the positive. So there have been studies that when you buy a new car, you're actually way more cognizant, more aware of that kind of a car out on the road. And you're like, all of a sudden, you're like, I can't believe how many of these cars there are out there. So when we justify our negative thoughts and feelings towards someone, we're training ourselves not to notice the positive in those people. But we're the one generating the negative feelings, and we're the ones that are inviting negativity to stay in our lives when we justify feeling that and continuing to think those things. And how does that feel inside? It feels negative and terrible. So here are the positives of letting the negativity go. We get to like the people that we're around. All of them. They can be grumpy, they can be rude according to our definitions, but we still get to go ahead and find the positive in them. And what that leads around to is we get to be more positive, and look for more positive in the person we're around 24/7. We're training our brain to also see the positive in ourselves and not be so negative about us. Even if we're finding ourselves being negative about being negative, we can find a way to train our brain otherwise. We get to train our brains to see the upside in a situation. I don't see a downside to that. We let go of the thought, they're doing it wrong, because on some level we believe that we know better how to live their lives for them. When we can let that thought go, we become lighter, we become freer to be ourselves, we become happier and more positive. So later this week, I'm going to keep talking about different ways that you can apply this in your life, and different techniques to try to be more positive if you found that you may be the negative person in your life. And of course, if you're having trouble trying to figure this out for someone that's just a sticking point for you, give me a call. I can help you out.
Hey, being a human being can be hard. If you need help working through one of your challenges, please call for a free consult and let's see how I can help.